I'm starting a new adventure in the world of Pokemon. We're taking it all the way back to Gen 1 with Fire Red. I know Fire Red is not the very first game, but it's a remake of regular Pokemon Red. But this is a game that I grew up with and I love the way it looks with all the colors and everything, so that's the one we're going to take our journey on. I wanted to relive the experience that I got when I was a child, and I wanted to bring you along with the ride. So with that being said, let's start this journey together. We start off with first meeting Professor Oak. He talks about how the world is full of Pokemon and how they can be used. He asks what our name is. And you already know with the name of the channel that we had to go with the obvious name. Rex. That's not what I had in mind, but we'll go with it. Professor Oaks introduces his grandson who had forgot his name, so we had to Not Rex. Well, isn't that a coincidence? After all that talking, we start in our room and head downstairs to talk to our mother. She lets us know how sad she is that we are leaving to be on our own, and also mentions that Professor Oak is looking for us. We head to the lab, and Not Rex said that Oak isn't there. What is it, only Rex? Gramps isn't around. So we go out looking for him. We tried walking out of town, but Oak stops us. He lets us know that it's dangerous to go without having our own Pokemon for protection, and tells us to follow him back to the lab. We go ahead and pick our Pokemon, and of course, we chose Squirtle. We have to name our Squirtle now, and of course I went with the best name that I can think of for him. Alright, we're naming him Poseidon. Not Rex picked his Pokemon, and when I tried to leave, he stops and wants to battle. He sent out his Bulbasaur, and I send out Poseidon. After a couple of rounds of tackle, we take down Bulbasaur and defeat Not Rex. We finally start our adventure, and right away we encounter our first wild Pokemon. A Pidgey. We take out Pidgey and continue our walk through Route 1. We talked to someone who gave us a potion, fought another Pidgey, learned our first water move, which was Bubble, fought a Rattata, then another one. After everything, we finally make it out and make it to Viridian City and head straight to heal our Pokemon. Next, we make it to the mart and the guy over the counter asks us to take something to Professor Oak, and we say, sure, why not? We make it back to the lab and Professor Oak tries to catch up, but we got things to do, so we hand him his items, but turns out he has something for us as well.
On a decimal envision a Pokédex.
I need you to fill it.
Fill it up now.
Yep, you heard right. A Pokédex. Our very own Pokédex. Now the thing with this gameplay though is that our mission is not to catch them all, just like everybody knows that what you do in Pokemon. But our mission is to defeat the game, so we're going to stick with the bare minimum of Pokemon that we need to complete the game, and maybe we can catch all the Pokemon later on in a different kind of gameplay. But we'll think about it. Not Rex tells us how he got the town map from his sister, and that he's going to tell her not to lend us one. So of course, we go say hi, and she gives us a town map. Ha! In your face, Not Rex. We make it back to Viridian City and head back to the mart so we can get a couple of Pokeballs, some potions, a few antidotes, and some paralyzed heal for our future adventure. We try leaving town but got stopped by an old man who tries to teach us how to catch wild Pokemon, but we already know how to do that, so we are going to skip. We continue our way out and run into a wild Pidgey, and this one we're going to catch. We throw our very first Pokeball, and on the very first try, we catch him. Now it's time to name him. Penguin.
Why not?
Now Penguin is part of the crew, and we need to level him up enough to learn a flying move called Gust. We leveled up Penguin a bit before our next stop. We haven't learned Gust yet, but we're pretty close to go ahead and move on to Viridian Forest. We start walking around and encountered a wild Weedle. We defeat him and continue exploring and found a Pokeball, but got stopped by a wild Caterpie. After Caterpie, we grab the Pokeball and continue our walk. After a couple of more encounters with wild Pokemon, Penguin became level 9 and learned Gust. Now we can defeat grass and bug type Pokemon with no problems at all. Next, we finally encountered our very first trainer, and of course he's a bug type trainer, so this should be easy. We take down his Weedle and his Caterpie with one hit of Gust each, and just like that, we take down our first trainer. We finish our walk through Viridian Forest with defeating a total of 5 trainers and a couple of wild Pokemon, and now we finally make it out of the forest, and we find ourselves in a new place called Pewter City. After healing our Pokemon and grabbing a few things at the mart, we make our way to the first gym to face Brock, the rock type trainer. First, we have to face one of Brock's minions before we get to Brock himself. The trainer sent out Geodude, so of course I sent out the one and only Poseidon. Poseidon used Bubble to take out his Geodude, one down, one to go. He sent out Sandshrew next, but he was still no match for Poseidon and we easily take him down. We defeated the minion and healed Poseidon real quick before we went back to take on Brock. Brock talked a big game and accepted our challenge with no hesitation. Brock also sent out Geodude for his very first Pokemon, and like the last, he was no match for Poseidon's bubble attack. His last Pokemon was an Onix, and boy was he big, but still nothing for Poseidon. After beating Onix, we learned a new water move called Water Gun. After defeating Brock, we received the Boulder Badge and a TM39 that will later help us on in our venture. We healed our Pokemon one last time, and now we're prepared for what's next. We got one gym down, and now we're going on to the next. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys enjoy the ride and enjoy the adventure we're about to take, and join me on the adventure as well. If you liked the video, please let me know by liking the video, commenting your favorite part. If you played Pokemon Fire Red before, let me know what your top 6 Pokemon that you use most of the time in your lineup to defeat the Elite Four that we will do later on in the adventure. Put that in the comments. I would love to read them. Until then, catch you in the next one.